There we go. Now we're live.
Wow.
Hello, peoples. So anyway, I guess let's go around and like introduce ourselves. I never know how to start these. Hi, I'm Nat. I'm gonna be reading comic books, specifically this giant Civil War Spider-Man bind-up, and hopefully finishing it.
I can just like feel how heavy that is every time you pick it up.
Heavy. It's a weapon. I mean, it's like could. What's that one Brandon Sanderson book? The Way of Kings. It's like this is like even with that in terms of like heft with it.
Hi, I'm Michelle from Michelle's Library. I'm reading The Passengers by John Mars. I made it 44% in today, and I'm hoping to finish it tonight. And I just ended on a cliffhanger, and then like my kids needed me, and I was like, thanks a lot.
How dare.
Right?
I'm randi-lynn, and I am hoping to finish Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies.
I'm Paige, and I am reading The Wolf and the Woodsman, which is actually a buddy read with randi-lynn.
I just finished it.
Yeah? Okay, we do thoughts later.
Both of us say, how'd you like it?
I liked it a lot.
Thank God.
Bodes well.
Okay, we're good.
All right, well, I'm Nina, and I have no idea what I want to read, so we'll figure it out together.
And I'm Sam, and I will be reading a NetGalley arc that I've been putting off, and it's released tomorrow. It's A Hunger of Thorns by Lily Wilkinson. It's questionable at best right now, but I'm hoping it gets better.
Yikes. Is it like a fantasy?
Yeah, it's like a dark fairy tale fantasy, but the first 3 chapters were really bad, and then it got really good, and now it's like bad again. So
Yikes.
yeah.
Oof, that's rough. Well, hopefully it improves slightly.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah. Okay. Got a ton of Realmathon friends.
I might have told them that you were sprinting. So.
Hi, Mel. Hi, Haley. Hi, Cassidy.
So Cass, I just got to the cliffhanger with the pregnant lady, so it could be her.
Interesting.
It's good. It's good, guys.
Hi, Bex.
Hi, Bex.
So apparently, Nina, you're not the only one in a reading slump.
Good to know.
Hi, Rye. So wait, randi-lynn, though, since you said you finished The Wolf and the Woodsman, now I just like I have to ask about all thoughts that are non-spoilery, because you know it's like one of my favorite books now, and I'm gonna make it a personality trait.
All thoughts. I mean, it's been a few days since I've read it. Oh, it wasn't a 5 stars, but I did really enjoy it. I liked the dark atmosphere of it, and so I don't know. I haven't completely thought through all of my feelings on it yet. That's
fair. Yeah, I gave it like 4 stars when I finished it, and then the more I kept looking back on it and I just kept thinking about it, I was just like, you know, I can't believe I only rated this 4 stars, and I think I like didn't even notice it until I was compiling like my best books list, and I finally realized like I like this way more than 4 stars. I have to bump this up a little bit because I think about this book way too much.
Nat, I think that's the first video I watched of yours, so I always associate you with that book. So, yeah,
I'm honored, honestly.
I know nothing about it. Like, I'm not a fantasy girly, but you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say like fantasy, religious themes. It's definitely not up your alley.
That is not for me, but I'm so glad you liked it.
Yeah, the irony is like my friend Allie was the one who recommended it to me, and for the most part, anytime she recommends me a book, I absolutely detest it. And then she did that one, and I was like, holy shit, I love it. And she just could not believe it. She was just like, no, you're messing with me. You don't actually enjoy this. And like the more we talked about it, she's like, oh, okay, wow, I broke my streak. But anyway, okay, so also I wanted to ask, what kind of sprints do we like? Do we like shorter longer, like 30 minutes, or do we want like a full hour? Don't everybody
I don't have a preference.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
I
I
usually go for
typically
longer.
like sprints around like 35 to 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, how about 40? Is that cool for everybody?
Yeah. An hour seems scary.
That's fair. Well, Nina, give us some other books that you're like feeling or on a temporary TBR. Or...
It's like I look at books and I'm just not excited.
Well,
I feel so bad. Hold on, I'm gonna get a few options.
yeah, usually when I feel like that, I throw myself into fan fiction. I was gonna say, Paige knows what I'm talking about.
So I haven't read Finley Donovan
Three
yet.
books I have to
That's a
finish.
good one. Finley Donovan's good.
I've DNF'd it 3 times so far.
What?
Oh, no.
Okay, never mind.
But I'm determined
No!
to read it. And then Veronica Speedwell, I've heard good things. I don't know if I want like the series commitment though.
Yeah,
Because
isn't
I'm
there
in,
like
I'm
9
in the
books
middle
or
of so
something?
many. And then Lessons in Chemistry.
I DNF that one.
We're doing great.
We're on this. We got this. Yeah.
Same page, obviously.
Yeah, so I think I might just read like a chapter of each one
Oh, that's smart.
That's a good idea.
and see how I feel.
So, what's not working with Finley?
I know.
I just get bored.
Have you tried the audiobook for that one? I don't know if you're okay. The audiobook is like one of my top tier audiobooks because she does like this really great Russian accent. She's like really good at the voices.
I don't know what it is. I just haven't. I need to commit more. I think that's my problem.
Maybe just like cozy mystery things aren't your type.
Right? That's what I think. Maybe. I don't know, but like I'm trying so hard to like read out of my comfort zone because I'm like there has to be a book out there that like I would not read, but if I went out of my comfort zone, it could be like the best book ever.
That's fair.
So I keep trying to read out of my comfort zone and it's just not working.
Yeah, that's like I was really surprised that I actually liked a fantasy romance that I read, and it was just like, oh wow. Usually that's something I absolutely detest most of them, and I couldn't believe it, especially because it was like soap opera-y and the setting was very like Bridgerton reminiscent. It was like all of these things should not have worked for me, but it was Sylvia Moreno Garcia, so I think like just being that author made me automatically like it so much more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, do you guys want to start on our first sprint?
Yes.
Alrighty, so we said 40 minutes, so I'm gonna put like, I'm just gonna do 48 in the chat because I'm gonna be lazy. All right, see you in a minute.
Hey guys.
Sorry, I really didn't know what to do that wasn't going to be like terrifying.
I think that was good. That was good.
Okay. So how did everybody's reading go?
I made it to 58% of the passengers, and I just found out what happened to the dude. So we're going well. It's going well.
Fun.
I got about 24 pages.
Oh, nice.
I got about 10 because my dog needed all the attention the whole time. So
I got about 38.
Dang, that's a good amount. How about you, Nina? How did trying chapters work out?
Well, I got 22 pages into Finley, so starting chapter 3. I think I'm just gonna stick with it because I've been trying to read it for so long, and I'm so tired of looking at it sitting in my TBR cart that I'm just gonna do it.
There you go. That's fair.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
Solid.
I think once you pass the 25% hurdle of Finley Donovan, it'll get better.
I did. Yeah, it did take me a little while to get into it, but then it starts to get like really funny and just like so silly that like, why not?
Yeah, I think I'm just like worried because it's been hyped so much that usually my expectations are so unrealistic to what a book can actually do.
I get that. I did not like the third one, if that's helpful for you at all. But the first,
my plan is just to read the first one because like I heard iffy things of the second one and that the third one was bad. So
yeah,
I'm like, okay,
I did like the
first
second
one.
Yeah, the first one's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, hype's definitely a killer. That like hype definitely was like my biggest issue with Six of Crows, and like anytime I think about it, I'm just like I feel bad that I didn't like it more, but
I didn't like it either, but I'm not fantasy. So.
I'm sorry, Paige.
Paige.
I'm sorry, but
Yeah,
like
it's just
hype
like
is a
Lee
killer.
Bardugo for me. Just like her writing style doesn't work. I don't know why.
Yeah, same. Like I read 5 of her books, and I think literally like the only one I gave higher than 3 stars was the last book in the Shadow and Bone series. And even with that, I was honestly kind of mad I pushed through that entire series, and then like I really didn't like it that much.
Did you watch the show? I haven't seen.
No, like I've never gotten around to the show because like I was so bitter about having like bought the whole series, read the whole series, and then I really didn't like it. So like even when the show came out, I was just like, I know,
yeah.
Better. And
I know people love it, but like I have no interest in it. Like, what is it gonna do for me? Nothing.
Yeah, but well, I got like 4 issues read of Spider-Man, and there were some very meta jokes which had me cracking up. Like at one point he's like being all dramatic and somebody's like, a thespian you are not, and he goes, yeah, well if you want an actor, go get Tobey Maguire.
That's funny.
Yeah. Like whoever wrote that knew what they were doing. Okay. Mel liked Finley, but wasn't a huge love.
I don't know. I'm reading it because Cass and Lexi hyped it up so much last week, and I'm reading it before like a whole year. This is great. So I'm liking it a lot.
Is that the one where like there's the killer or like the guy takes over people's cars?
Yeah, so it's like everyone has automated cars now, and I think it's 8 cars are hijacked. And so like now I've just gone through everyone's big secret. Right. So like that was the best part. I was like supposed to vlog, and I was like, I just have to keep going. I have to find out what's happening. So that's good if I don't want to vlog.
Yeah. Well, Bex did not like the Shadow and Bone show, and that makes me feel a little bit better. Josh's parents like loved it, and so they kept trying to talk it up to me, and I was just like, I Thanks. I'll try.
I'm like really happy for her that she's making so much money and that like people really like it, but like I'm not gonna watch it. Yeah. I haven't. No, I've. The only other John Mars I read is The One, and like The One is talked about in Passengers, so I'm glad that I read that.
Yeah, doesn't he have like 3 different books that like are in the same universe or something?
I think so. I can't remember what the other one is, but I'm doing a John Mars video, so I'll let you know if I find out.
There you go. That's fun.
Minders wasn't good. Okay, that one wasn't even on my radar, so that's great. I'm just doing all of his ones on KU now, which are like all of them. All of his books are on KU. I don't know why.
That's lucky then. Because then don't have to buy it.
Yeah.
True. I've been trying to read on my Kindle more, but there's just something about it that I can't get into and I want to so bad. But it's like I love holding like physical books and like flipping the pages.
I personally read so much faster on my Kindle because like I want to beat the clock. It's like, okay, you have 5.5 hours to read this, and I'm like, no, absolutely not.
I like my Kindle for reading in bed because it's not as heavy as a book, and then you can hold it above your head without like having to turn the pages and hold them open.
Yeah, and you don't have to have the light on or anything. Like I won't disturb my husband or anything. Like that's great.
Yeah, I like the Kindle Unlimited app because of the unlimited scroll, where I just feel like I'm reading forever, but I'm not able to like see the progress. So like it's a pro and a con.
Yeah, I don't really like reading digitally, like especially with my ARCs. I put off reading them so long because I only can read them on my phone, and then it's like especially if I read on my phone, I'm just like 10 times more likely to get distracted. My iPad's like ancient, so if I ever read on it, like I can't do anything apart from read on it. But like I'm the same way. I like having a physical book to hold, but occasionally I'll read on my phone if I have to.
I feel like the only time I read on my Kindle is when I buddy read with you. I'm like, and that's like, let's buddy read, and I'm like, all right, gotta find my Kindle.
Yeah, like I was tempted to try buying a Kobo, but I just like don't know if I would really use it all that much because I don't like reading digitally.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
No. Also, the 3rd to Passengers on the 1. Okay. Bex is also team physical books. Yeah, that's same. Especially since I've gotten into annotating, like I really prefer reading physically, but I just never have time to, which is the problem. Like audiobooks have ruined that for me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like if I could annotate on Kindle with my handwriting and like highlighting stuff, like make it more customizable, then I'd be all about it. But because I can't do that, I'm like,
I think you
unless I have
can.
notes on the side that I have to look at separately from the page.
Don't they have the Scribe now where you can annotate? I don't know how much it is. They have like a Kindle
300 something.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. But one day.
I think I saw a video that it just pops up like a regular note in the corner. You can't see it written on the page at all. So if you do the note, even in your own handwriting, it just like puts that little like icon next to what you do.
Well, that's not what people want.
Exactly. I'm not gonna pay $300 for that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm too much of a cheapskate to like buy ebooks a lot of the time unless I like absolutely have to. Like the novellas for the Darkest the Night series, like I didn't have an option. I had to buy them digitally, but like 9 times out of 10 it's just like, I really have it on my shelves.
Yeah.
I want the trophies.
My Kindle is using for library books.
For library books?
Yeah, I got like ever since I found out about the library book apps, like God bless those because they get used so often.
I have like 10 library cards because you can get library cards from a couple different counties and just like put in that county address and then they don't care and they give you a library card. So I have like 10 cards.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wish my state would do that.
No, I have one from Houston, Texas, and I live in North Carolina.
What? That's crazy.
For Houston, I just put in an address for the Golden Corral.
Wait, I love that. That's amazing.
So you all should do that. I highly recommend you all doing that.
What?
That's ingenious. Oh my god.
So smart.
Yeah, I can send you guys the list. There's like Las Vegas, there's Houston, there's Broward County, there's all these counties that you can get free digital library cards. You just need an address there, and I just pick a random ass address, and then you get a card. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Life hacks. I love it.
You're smarter, not harder. That's ingenious. Yeah, like when I was in college still, I like would go back and forth between like my official library and then my like home library, but that's way smarter. Wow.
I know. I think I was on someone's Patreon sprints and someone brought it up and I was like, what? So like that night we all did that instead of reading. But there's a couple booktubers who have videos out about like how to do it, and that's all it is just going to that website and putting in a random address and getting your card. So
Wow.
do it.
I'm blown away.
I mean, like librarians don't care.
I was a librarian. Like we just want y'all to read. That's literally it.
Yeah, like I have a friend who's a librarian, and she said one time somebody came in and like they had everything they needed except for like a piece of mail that like had their address on it, and she just like slid a notepad over and was like, write down your address.
Yeah, because
damn, that's your piece.
We want circulation, right? And circulation counts on digital as well. So like in 2020, when everyone, like all libraries were closed and everyone was using digital, it went up so high and it really helped libraries. So I feel like that's why a lot of these counties are like, okay, go to our website and get a digital one for free because it really helps them get funding.
Interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, so see, now it's doubly beneficial for the library.
I'm just saying, it's beneficial for everyone.
I just love specifically Golden Corral, though.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I don't remember what I Googled, but the first thing that came up was Golden Corral.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Yeah, I was like, perfect.
I would love to be the person if like anybody out of curiosity like was like
double
check they saw that like it popped up automatically. It's just like, yeah, okay,
whatever. As someone who used to work at a library, we don't check. Like that's super creepy. You know, like Google mapping someone's house. Like no, look down upon.
See, I have to do that with my job sometimes where we have like a ton of clients that are from all over the state. I mean, Texas is a big state. So sometimes if it's like a city I don't recognize, I have to like Google Maps their house so I know if I like need to expect them to come into the office or if it's a phone call. And every time I do, I'm like, this feels really weird.
It's so
like,
weird.
I know where this person lives now.
Yeah. I have like very bad parking anxiety. I had to go to someone's house that I didn't know, and I like checked their house 3 separate times. Like their house didn't change at all on Google Maps, but I just had to like make sure that I could park. So.
No, I do that too.
Okay, good. But like 3 times? Why? Why?
Yeah, no, I did that with my library because there's 3 different locations for the same library branch, and one of them has a drive-through. And I looked at it 3 times on Google Maps to make sure the drive-through was actually there.
That makes me feel so much better about myself. Thank you.
Yeah, I also do the thing where like if I'm going to a new restaurant for the first time, I'll like look up the menu ahead of time. So I can order. Especially if I'm going with like, if it was like my boyfriend, I wouldn't care as much. But if I'm going with like people I don't hang out with a lot, I'm doubly like I have to know what I'm like looking at.
Yep.
Otherwise, I'm just gonna freak out and be like decision overload.
Yeah, because I feel like you're not really looking at the menu. You're like talking to people. So I need to know ahead of time what I'm going to eat. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that makes me feel better. I'm not alone in all of my anxiety decisions.
No. You can talk to me about anxiety all the time.
Yeah, definitely not.
Because when we moved to our new house, I was like Googling everything. I'm like, well, I need to know like what library to go to, what gas station.
Yeah.
Is there enough parking? Do I have to park on the street?
Yeah, like, so I just bought a house, and I'm like doing a slow move over there still because I have to buy a lot of furniture still. And I realized, like, wait a second, I'm gonna have a new library. I have no idea where this library is. And then I looked it up, and it's in a part of the city I've like never been to. And it was just like, this is gonna go great. I know it's gonna take me forever to get over there and register because I'm never gonna go over.
No.
I'm 24, and it took me 23 years to get up my first library card because I didn't want to go to the downtown location. I didn't want to deal with parking.
I never want to go downtown, like downtown anywhere.
Same, honestly. My university was 10 minutes outside of downtown, so I really should have been fine with driving. But anytime we went downtown, I always made my roommate drive. Because I just never wanted to, and I like, especially in Cincinnati, like all of the parking is underground parking garages, and it freaks me out having to park in one of those. So I always just like, I'll buy you dinner if you drive.
We'll buy you literally anything if you drive.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the best comment.
I love it.
I hope you all get library cards wherever you want and put in Golden Corral.
Golden Corral.
Or Five Guys, wherever.
Hi, Liv. What are you reading? And I hope you're enjoying it, whatever it is, because I feel like she just got out of a reading slump as well.
Oh,
I think it's like this time of year. It seems like a lot of people are struggling with slumps.
Well, because in March, my reading was so bad, I didn't have a single 5-star.
Ooh.
So then, and like March was so long, you know, it felt like it was
February.
forever. And then not to have a single 5-star read, and then to go into April and be like, what's the point? What is the point?
Yeah, that's fair. Like, I had so many DNFs in March, and then like when I had one this month, I was like, oh no, don't have it again. Like, I don't want 5 more DNFs, please no. Especially because it was like books I owned, and like that makes me all the more annoyed because it's like, damn it, like I spent my money on this.
Yeah, March had my first 1-star of the year, so
damn,
it was great.
Sad.
Yeah.
What book was it?
Daughter of No Worlds, that fantasy romance that's been going around.
That's
what? I haven't read it yet, but
I was so uncomfortable.
Changes things.
Everyone else loves it. It's obviously a me problem, but
I mean, I don't know. Some of the things you're like, because I was like, wait a sec, I just watched your vlog about that. Some of the things you're saying, like, I would have been like, it sounds very, like, not to slam on this since you're reading it, Nina, but it sounds very reminiscent to Throne of Glass.
Oh.
Yes, that's the comparison. I haven't read Throne of Glass.
I won't read it for a while then.
Yeah, that's what everyone says, but I was just like, I haven't read Throne of Glass. Now I'm not sure if I ever want to, and I was just uncomfortable most of the time. But everyone likes it, so my little opinion, I don't know.
Yeah, I think whenever you were describing it, that's what I immediately connected it with. But that makes sense if people like also have mentioned that about it being similar to Throne of Glass. So good to know that I should not check that out.
It's very similar. I think that's why people like it so much, because it's the same story plot line. So fans of Throne of Glass enjoy it, and that's why I think it has the hype right now.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and like that series has gotten really big lately after the House of
Sky and Breath.
And yeah, the Sky and Breath.
Whoa!
You got it. Good job.
Holy crap.
But like the second one that just came out, and I feel like ever since that came out, like any fantasy reader has been reading Throne of Glass lately.
Well, I had no idea that they were connected.
Have some things. Haven't touched
I had no idea.
Yeah, like I remember somebody commenting about it and saying it was like a spoiler, and it's like I feel like it's It's like it's kind of, but not really to say. Like,
I feel like not really at this point because everyone knows.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
because I read Crescent City first, and then I read the ending of the second book, and I was like what the heck? Now I have to read all of these, and I was like, I don't want to do it.
And like some of those things are freaking huge. Like the last Third of Glass is like 900 pages.
I know.
And then what is it? 𝗖cie
The
The like most recent
one of those.
ACOTAR one is also
Yeah,
like
𝗖cie.
700 or 800 pages, right? Like it's huge.
Yeah, that one was a chunker.
All I know about it is that she climbs stairs a lot. So
Yes. Yes.
Okay, what an interesting thing to come up again and again. Anyway, so Liv's reading in the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. How are you liking it? Because I know that one's very
I
divisive.
did not like it.
See, I have a problematic feeling in that I don't like the Hunger Games. So
What?
I know. I'm
it's okay.
sorry.
I haven't read it.
I know this is your stream, but you gotta go.
Kicked out of my own stream.
Yeah.
I don't like dystopian books, to be fair, and like
That's fair.
that was like I had to read the Hunger Games like for school, and I think like it was the first book in a while that I kind of enjoyed, but then I read like so many dystopian books in school after that, so that whenever I like went to continue the series, I was just exhausted by them. And like the second one, I was just like, this is fine. And then I got to the third one, and I never like I'm not kidding. I managed to stretch that book into like a 3-year reading span because I just would like read a few pages and then put it down, and then read a few pages and then put it down. And finally, like I was talking with a friend's brother, and he kept being like, no, you have to push through. Like the ending is so great. I know it's really slow, but you have to push through. And I was like, I don't want to though. And I realized like, I should give up. And I know I'm so sorry to everyone because everybody loves that series.
I like the Hunger Games is what got me into reading, so like I applaud it for that. But I genuinely think like it's still good. It still holds up, you know. But Ballad sucks. Ballad is absolutely awful. Like I do not know how it's going to translate into a movie because it's boring.
I actually kind of liked it.
Oh my god, I liked the first 2 parts, and then we got to part 3, and that's where everything unraveled for me, and then I gave it 1 star.
Michelle like gives 0 fucks.
I absolutely do not care.
That was the first book I read with my husband when he was deployed, so it's like for that I like it. But like for the storyline, I'm like,
Yeah.
It had its highs, but then
Yeah.
it had its like really low lows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like endings are really, really important to me in books. And that one wasn't good. So
I don't even remember how it ended.
all I remember is part 3 being absolute dumpster fire.
Yeah, I remember finishing it and just being really happy.
Because it was over.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Liv is unfortunately not like you either. It's nothing like the Hunger Games. Like I get it set way before that series, but it just makes it seem like a completely different thing. That's fair. I loved Hunger Games, but anytime you have to read stuff for school, it can ruin it.
I think it's interesting that you did read it for school, but like if you were reading so much dystopian stuff, then I feel like
Yeah, like looking back, I mean, I think that teacher did a great job in like choosing a book that was popular at the time, and like actually a lot of people, like a lot of kids in my class really liked it. And I liked the first one when I first read it. It was just like, yeah, after especially my I did like dual credit senior year English. So I swear to God, like every book we read was either like super depressing or a dystopian. Like after that, I was just like, I couldn't touch him for a while. And then I think like the next dystopian I read was like my junior year of college, and I read The Handmaid's Tale, and I was just like, you know, still not for me.
that's fair. Yeah.
Excuse me. Well, anyway, would we like to do another sprint?
Yeah.
Another 40 minutes? Does that sound good? Okie doke. And once again, just gonna be lazy and just put it in the chat. Hello. I try to make it as quiet as possible because I don't want anybody to jump like I definitely would.
I know. Mel said that she was watching, like she had it up last time, and we came back, and she said that we scared the crap out of her because she wasn't expecting.
Like I usually get, I mean, if I do like that, the cat one, like the meow always scares the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm so used to the cat now. It's fine, but yeah, it is scary.
How did everybody do? Did we like what we read?
I got to
I read like 80 pages.
Wait, what?
Oh my god.
Of Finley?
Yeah. I'm already 100 pages in.
Wow, you got sucked in.
I was zooming.
Apparently, dang.
I made it to 69%, which is excellent. So that's good.
Nice.
2 chapters down.
Nice.
Probably just like another 20-something pages, but it was perfect. I finished the chapter right when it ended, which is always nice.
Nice.
Love that.
So satisfying.
I'm on page 75 and I'm just confused. I'm just lost.
I mean,
don't know what's
I
happening.
have opinions on that book, but I don't want to offend Nat.
It's okay.
It was
It's
also
fine.
much gorier than I expected it to be. Like
Yeah.
right off
Like-
the bat.
That one gets pretty violent. There's like a lot of body horror as it goes on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was Juniper and Thorn very like gory? You know?
Oh, I hated it. Oh,
Yeah, but I know you hated it, but like, was it gory?
no, it was just dumb.
Fair.
Okay, I love the juniper tree. That's like my favorite story in, Grimm's fairy tale. And that's what it said. It was a retelling of the juniper tree, and it wasn't. Like the whole book was like her having a romance with like this ballet dancer that I did not give a crap about.
Fair. But I'm very intrigued because like I said, my friend Allie and I read The Wolf and the Woodsman and we both really liked it. But she actually did. I think she gave Juniper Tree like 3 stars. So I'm very intrigued to see how I feel about it because I've either heard like 1-star reviews. My friend Allie gave it 3 stars, and then I think Hannah at A Clockwork Reader gave it like 5 stars. So I'm really intrigued on like where I'm gonna fall because a lot of the people I know who've read it have had like varying degrees, and all of those people I have very similar tastes with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I felt like if it was more, it wasn't as dark as I thought it was going to be. Because whereas like The Wolf and the Woodsman, I think that one's like YA, right?
No.
And then, no?
No, it's an adult.
Okay. I thought that Juniper and Thorn was like her debut adult whatever, but I was expecting more.
Mm.
And I didn't get it.
Yeah, no, I think her YA debut comes out like later this year. It's like a dark academia or something like that. But yeah, I finished the giant Civil War Spider-Man thingy. So now I have a very easy comic that's a lot lighter. It's interesting too because like the color, I love the color scheme in these. Like it's very neon and just like a lot of fun to read. But also I love that in this universe Captain America is a Black woman, and I know she appears more in this issue, and I'm very excited because I really like her. She's very fun in this universe.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But Paige, what are you confused about?
I think it's just like learning the names of everything, and like I'm not understanding the weird monsters that like can bite your skull off.
Okay.
And, like other monster, like I'm not able to picture any of this right now.
Okay, that's fair. I think I know where you're at then. Yeah, like, is there still multiple woodsmen?
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Are
I
you
just
by the
got
lake?
right through that part and went, what just happened? It was very gross.
Are you
Yeah,
by the lake?
yeah, there's like some, especially when you learn more about like 𝗖cie~भिः power abilities and like how they have to like remove flesh in order to use their powers. It gets weirder and weirder with
Nice.
that.
Okay, that sounds so
Okay.
Yeah.
so fun. No, it's just, I think it's because I was just reading a Brandon Sanderson, and so now I'm like having to relearn a whole world that my brain doesn't want to do yet.
Yeah, that's fair. His books kind of terrify me.
They're intimidating.
They are, it's so much easier to read his books than this.
Really?
I feel like it's easier to understand.
Interesting. Okay. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, he is a little
Maybe-
bit more dry with his descriptions too, which is I prefer that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I like my flowery purple prose. I'm aware.
You do.
Yep.
I just want there is a wall. Don't worry about the wall. Keep going.
The wall means nothing.
It means absolutely nothing. Don't worry about what color or texture it is. Keep going.
Yeah, that's fair. I love those memes where it's like, oh, the blue was door, so this person was entering into this like depressing state, or maybe the door was just blue.
Yeah. Sometimes blue door is blue door.
No. 2-hour discussion analyzing the disability rep in it and Percy Jackson and the Olympians yesterday. Wow. That sounds really interesting though.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall hearing that. Also, I'm very excited for the Percy Jackson TV show. I just since Percy Jackson's right here, I just want to toss that out there. Like, oh my God, I'm so excited for this show. And like, I didn't even read the books when I was a kid. I read them like 2 years ago as a part of a read along.
Same.
Yeah, I refuse to read them until the show gets closer to the release date. I'm like, okay,
Smart.
I'll read them for the first time right before.
Yeah, that's smart.
That's a good idea, actually. I like that. I'm very excited for the kid who's going to play Percy because he did the Adam Project with Ryan Reynolds, and like he did like the sassy energy of Ryan Reynolds so well in that movie that I'm just like, yes, he's going to just embody Percy's sassy ass, and I can't wait.
Does it come out this year, or is it? I know that. Are they done filming?
I think it's coming out 2024 though.
I have no idea.
I could be wrong.
I thought I saw on Twitter recently, because like Rick Riordan updates all the time, that they were like done or almost done filming. Because like that kid already looks like so much older than when they casted him. And I was
Really?
like, you have got to be joking.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Early 2024 is what has been confirmed.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, that's like the weird thing with like casting kids in shows and stuff. Like with the It movies, like from part 1 to part 2, like they looked so different.
And like Stranger Things and stuff, they have to like keep like going years and years in advance. And I'm just like, oh, sorry. That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Umbrella Academy too. Like they're young adults, but you can tell like COVID, they stopped filming for a chunk of time. And you're like, how does this fit in the timeline now?
Yeah.
I still need to watch the latest season of that, and I'm like,
so good.
like such a fake fan because I was so obsessed with the first 2 seasons. But I don't know, I just haven't made time, and I'll get there eventually. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I forced my boyfriend to watch the first 2 seasons so that I could watch the 3rd season. And then he was like, it's done. I said, no, there's one more season. He's like, why did we waste time? We could have waited. I was like, no.
I love that. Yeah, that was like a show that I made my brother and my sister-in-law watch it with me. I made my parents watch it with me. I made my roommate in college watch it with me. And then I tried to get Josh to watch it, and he got through like 3 episodes and was just like, it's fine. And I was just like, okay, I guess you just don't love me. It's fine. Whatever.
Love me.
30 pages. Nice. A whopping 4 pages.
4 pages. That's better than nothing.
Ooh, a classic. What classic are you reading? Because, that can be a struggle to push through. Haven't read any of Riordan's. Okay. you definitely need to read at least the Olympian series because like those are so fun. I can't say anything else about the rest because I have been meaning to pick up the next series for 2 years now and have never touched it. It's like the Heroes of Olympus or something like that. Agreed.
Yeah, he's like adorable, but I did see that the Adam Project too, and he was like you said, like sassy and like cute, and I was just like, he's perfect. This is gonna be
yeah. There was this like mac and cheese commercial that came out around the time of the Adam Project where it's like it's him, it's like a behind the scenes part and it's him trying to like say the script, but he keeps ad-libbing. And they're like, can you just say like this one line? And he's like, I'm sorry, I'm trying. And then like Ryan Reynolds just walks up on the side and he's like, it's okay, I got this, guys. And like then it's just like a bunch of bleeped out swearing. And then it's the kid like doing the line properly. And I was like, wow. Whenever I saw the commercial, I was like sold for the movie. And then I saw the movie and I was like, yeah, he's gonna kill it as Percy.
I'm excited. And I didn't like love that series, but I don't really like mythology, so like that completely makes sense. But like even I'm excited to watch it, and I'm just like, this is gonna be great. Like I'm excited.
Yeah, I think that series like kickstarted my enjoyment of mythology when I was younger because I saw the movie, but I never really got too into the books. But oh my god, mythology retellings have been kicking my ass lately though. I've had like 3 that I was super excited for and just did not enjoy in the last year. And I'm so sad about it. Now, Stoneblind was one of them, which we read with Paige's book club, and randi-lynn, yeah, y'all didn't like it either, really.
I think I DNF'd it actually.
I wanted to.
Yeah, I finally did DNF it. I remember because I remember I asked Adriana at Carbon Bonded Books because she had finished it, and I was like, should I push through? And she said it doesn't get any more Medusa at E, and I was like, okay, never mind.
Okay. I don't remember anything from that.
Nope.
I just like washed it out of my brain.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good point. They probably will. So it's the easy way for the publisher to make some extra money.
Make more money, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Isn't The Way of Kings like 32 hours?
45.
Yeah. I read The Stand, or listened to The Stand last year, and it was 48 hours. And I was like, Stephen King, what the fuck?
What's the point?
What is wrong with you? It was during his cocaine days, so like I get it.
I would do it.
That'll do it, right? Just
Oh my god, though, like, yeah, I remember the first time I saw it in person, and I was just like,
I remember buying it and I was like, what is wrong with me? I read that physically. It took me 6 weeks. That was stupid. Dumb.
Oh my god, that book is huge.
Stupid and
like,
dumb.
It's
one of my like bucket list books to read at some point.
It was worth it. Like, it's one of my top 10 books ever, even to this day. But like, God, do the audiobook yourself. Yeah, do the audiobook and please.
But yeah, I've never heard of this Charles Dickens, and you know, with it being Charles Dickens, I hope you're having a good time with it because, as I understand, he's a time to read. Because I know this fact. Yeah, he got paid by the word, so like that's why a lot of his books are so freaking long.
I knew that too. Yeah,
I would do it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, respect the hustle, man, but. I hope you like it more than we 3 did.
Yes.
It was a quick read, but just not memorable.
That's not good.
I really like the cover though. The cover's pretty cool.
Yeah, the cover is pretty.
It's really
nice. It's so
gorgeous.
Like
all mythology retellings have like the prettiest covers, and then it's just boring.
Yeah. We're the same, yes.
Yeah, you don't like. I feel like especially like Greek mythology retellings have been so popular lately. So like, it feels like there's constantly a new one coming out, and it's like it's officially hitting the point where you kind of have to like suss out whether it's actually good or not. Like I saw one recently came out that's like an Odyssey retelling, but the author commented in an interview she's never actually read the Odyssey.
Oh.
Yeah. That's Wise We Sing to the Sea. I have it now. I pre-ordered it, but that was before I heard that.
Yeah, I like.
Wow.
It's a shame because it's a very pretty book, but
Yes.
well, hopefully you might still enjoy it. Oh my god, why am I already yawning? It's only 8 o'clock. Anyway, would you guys like to do another sprint?
Yeah.
Sure. Although
Yeah.
I may bow out before it's over. I'll still be here for a little while, but just in case, thank you for having me.
Yeah, no worries. And thank you for coming. And actually, on that note, for all the watchers, everybody is linked in the description. You should go and follow everyone if you are not already. They all make very good videos. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands here. But I'm just getting a little delirious. Anyway. You know, I'm just going to make it a nice even. Let's read to the 50 mark because there's 1 minute off. But Randy-Lynn, if you're not here at the end, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for having me.
Alrighty. Heyo.
Hello.
How did we do?
I got to 85%.
Oh man, you were trucking through.
I'm not gonna finish it tonight. I'm gonna make it so close, but I'm old and I have to go to bed soon. So,
Nina, did you like blast through another 80 pages?
Yeah, I got through like 70, so I'm like halfway now.
Nice.
Are you reading it physically and you're doing that?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Really? I wish I could do that.
I know. I'm listening to my audiobook at 3 times speed and I make it like 50 pages a sprint. So.
Dude, I don't know how you would listen at 3 times speed.
It took me years.
Yeah, like I mean, I was so proud when I got to like 2.3, and then I heard you say like 3.2 in a video, and I was like, what the? Wow.
Yeah, 2.5 is like my safe space.
Yeah, like I'm following along with the book right now too. Like if I'm like doing other things, I'll put it down. But like just having it in front of me, I gotta go. I feel
like it depends on the narrator too, because sometimes I feel like they talk so slow.
Yes.
Like even 3 times speed doesn't seem fast enough.
I agree. Like Hoopla goes to 4, and sometimes depending on the narrator, I could do 4. So
yeah.
I was just like, it's just chickpunk sounds. Oh my god. That's so impressive. Like that's genuinely crazy impressive. Sam, how much did you get read?
Oh, not much at all. Austin got home, and so we were chatting about his day at work, and then I sat down and read like 3 pages, and I think there's going to be a mermaid. So
it's a development. Mermaids are fun.
Yeah, we're getting places.
Is the writing getting any better?
Yeah, I would say so. It's less flowery. It's not just like mentioning plants all the time that I don't know, and so it's more plot now, and it's gotten better. I don't know what's happening still, but better.
That's good at least.
So what are you reading again?
A Hunger of Thorns. It's like a
the
dark
arc,
fairy tale.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Very fun. I'm very annoyed that the sprint wasn't done because I have like 2-3 pages left of this comic.
You shouldn't have come back.
I know. You should just like put another comment up.
Yeah, so it's like literally like 3 pages. Well, but I was not expecting Gwen to punch Captain America in the face. That was unexpected. Nice. Yeah. So like this has been very fun. It's like very morally gray character sort of thing. So yeah. Okay, and Paige had to leave. And then randi-lynn finished her book. I am very intrigued on how she liked it in the end. 22 pages, nice. Fantastic Four, and they made a Jane Eyre reference. I love that. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's determination. I'm impressed.
I could never, but I DNF things all times.
Yeah, same. Like I technically speaking am still considered reading Ace of Shades, even though I haven't touched it for literally.
I like that one.
No, Shades, not Spades.
Thank you. Okay.
I have to.
Wait, I have that one.
Yeah, no, the fantasy book, not the thriller. Because like I picked it up when I wasn't in a fantasy mood, and I had read like 120 pages, and it's still like. Oh, I think I finally moved it. So like this is usually my like currently reading. I finally moved it off of there, but it's still listed as currently reading on Goodreads, and I don't know why. Like I should just mark it up as like temporary DNF, but at this point I'm like, I'm gonna get back to you eventually, and I'm gonna actually finish you. It'll happen someday.
Yeah, I have that one. I haven't touched it at all.
Yeah, I like the world was really interesting. I just like wasn't in a fantasy mindset. So
it's Alice in Wonderland inspired, right? No,
is it? I have no idea.
Is it? Oh, I just based off the cover.
Why?
Amanda Foodie.
Okay, that's. Okay.
See, it seems like it's very like, I don't know, like Las Vegas-y because there's like a lot of gambling and stuff going on. And then like there's like money is these thing called bolts, which is funky, and it's like electric orbs or something. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Okay. I'll eventually read it, I'm sure.
Yeah, like I when I originally picked it up, I was like, oh, I'll do like an Amanda Foodie like taste test video. This will be great. Doesn't happen.
Yep.
Like I said, 1 year later, have not filmed anything for that. So that's just sitting in my like, I'll do this eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that point you have to reread the pages too, right? Or you just can like hope you remember everything. Jump in.
It kind of depends. Sometimes when it comes to like temporary DNF, sometimes I feel like, no, I think I remember. It'll be fine. And I just keep going. I'm not sure about that one because it's a fantasy. So we'll see. It is YA, which probably will make it easier, but
Oh, I didn't realize it was YA.
yeah, I think most of her stuff's YA. Is Sam, you've read All of Us Villains? Would you say that's YA? Yeah, I was like, it's like right behind you.
That's YA.
Okay, then yeah, I think like all her stuff's YA. She has like one that I've heard people sell as sort of similar to Night Circus, which I'm very intrigued about.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
I've heard of her. I just, fantasy. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I have like at least 4 of her books on my TBR now, so
You really have to do that taste test video.
I know, man.
You
I
gotta
have,
do
like,
it.
Is All of Us Villains on that list for you? Have you read this yet?
It is. I have not read it yet, but it is on my
Okay,
list.
well, then
yeah.
I need the video.
Yeah.
If it comes up on the jar cards, we'll try it here soon. Hopefully.
Okay, well, you should tamper them. Just put in like a few extra entries.
It's a good idea.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
want that video.
Yeah, actually, I like whenever I started the idea for my like TBR jars for the month, I thought like, oh, this will be great because it'll be so random, so I can like utilize this as a jumping off point for a bunch of videos. I don't know why I didn't like process that. Like, oh, now I have 3 videos that are currently ongoing on top of like other stuff I already had planned. It's like it's gonna take me forever to get around to editing.
How many videos do you have going at once?
Sometimes I'm like only like 2 or 3, but right now I don't know. I have to like
can
actually
tell
look
you.
at my calendar.
I think I have 4 right now.
1, 2, 3.
I have
4.
21.
Oh my god.
I'm in the middle of 21 videos.
How do you keep all that footage straight?
My clips would be so.
My
intertwined
clips
at that
go into
point.
folders immediately after I'm done filming them.
That's smart. I'm
That's how I can
organized.
tell you.
Jeez.
Wow. I thought like 5 was overwhelming.
I
Holy
hate myself.
God. That's
I haven't
impressive.
finished anything. Yeah.
Some are done. I just haven't edited them yet. But yeah.
Well, I guess you did do that one where you did like the pink thrillers, and didn't you say in the video it took you like 6 months to finish filming it?
Yeah.
Holy, that's impressive.
Yeah, I have one that's been going on since December.
Yeah,
I'm like,
eventually
I'll
yeah,
get through
I'm
it.
just dependent on like library holds. So like that's really what it is because I can't read without an audiobook now.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel
like,
that.
I think the ones that like I've planned out the longest are like my Halloween videos. Like I did that like Goodreads horror 5x5
Yeah.
last year. That one I planned in like February, and then I've already read like 1 book for my October one this year, which is like it was just like Mother, by the way. Michelle.
Oh, did you like it? Wait, tell me.
I did like it. It was a wild time. It's like
It is
culty.
wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Crazy.
That's still on my TBR. I need to get to it.
I
yeah,
love
and, like,
it.
I don't like dolls, so I swear I was like I remember I was listening to the audiobook at one point wherever like they accidentally drop one of the dolls and the chick like freaks out over it, and I was like cutting vegetables and I actively had to like stop and just be, like weird.
I was listening to it in the car and I'm just like, oh, what am I listening to? And
That's how I felt when I read The Honeys at work. I was just sitting there like mouth agape just the whole time, like, is this happening? Is this happening right now?
Oh my god, I had moments like that with Bunny where I like, again, I don't know what I like listen to audiobooks when I cook, but yeah, I was like cooking something and I remember like stopping and just being like, we're gonna have to backtrack and re-listen to that. Did that just happen? Yeah, and then for the same video though, I am planning to read the Last Housewife, so I am really excited.
You're gonna love that book. Absolutely, yeah. You're gonna absolutely love that one. Yeah,
I'm very excited for it. It's like between you and Lexi, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be amazing.
She's coming to my local bookstore in June, and I get to meet her, and I cannot wait.
That'd be so exciting. So would you guys like to do one last sprint? I know Michelle said she probably has to leave at like 9:30 or 10:30 her time.
I'm good for one more.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, cool. Want to just do like a 30-minute one?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm like trying to get as much read tonight as possible. If that wasn't
no, that's my whole plan for the entire evening. Like nothing else.
Okay, cool. Yeah, 30 minutes.
Hello.
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 How did we do?
I made it to 97%, so I'm gonna stay up and finish this book.
I can't believe you. That's so
I'm
close.
so mad. I have like 20 minutes left at regular time speed, so at 3 times it's like 5 minutes. So I'm like, yes, I will be doing that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost at the 50% mark, so I think I'll finish it tonight because it's only 7:30 here.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Is it very long?
No, not well. The arc is 283 pages, but on Goodreads it's 420. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
We'll
weird.
find out if I have the full story, I guess.
NetGalley pages are so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Nina,
I got like 70 pages.
A beast.
Oh my god, dude!
I knew it was like a quick read, but I didn't think it was that fast.
Like,
I have like 100 pages left until I finish it. So
is it going better this time around?
yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
I think I'm not as distracted.
That helps.
Sprints help with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I just I can't focus.
Yeah.
So glad to be finishing it.
So I finished my last comic, obviously, because I had 3 pages left, and then I'm either on like the last or the second to last issue in this one, which like this is the very last of the run, so I will also be completing a series.
Nice.
I'll probably finish it tonight. Woo! It was
What?
also like very ironic that the storyline in this one like kind of had a lot of stuff that mirrored the Civil War one, even though they're probably like written at least like 15 years apart. So it's just like,
Oh, that's interesting.
interesting. Yeah. Funky, especially. It's like very different writers. Like I really like though with this one because it was really funny. Like they have this part where it gets super meta where they're talking about like, oh my god, why is this getting so depressing? It's so like dark and toxic. We were so fun and easy going in the beginning, and it's like not wrong. 500-page mark. OMG.
How many pages is it?
I was just thinking that. I was like, how much is
It's
it?
a chunky book.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm very curious.
She's been doing good though, because she's been reading it for the past 6 months. And every time I FaceTime her, she has like a big chunk that she's read. So she's getting through it. I don't know how, but she's getting through it.
Okay, what was it called again?
Martin Chuzzlewit.
There it is. Okay. I just looked at Charles Dickens because I was like, that'll help me find. 829 pages.
The font is microscopic.
Yeah, it's really fucking tiny.
Oh my god. Are you like you're just reading this for fun? Or like a class or
She's reading it for fun, for information.
Oh.
wow. I applaud you. I can't do that with classics.
I like to pretend that I can. Like I have a whole shelf of classics, but I thrift them, so I don't feel bad if I don't read them.
I feel so stupid when I read classics. Like
Same.
I don't understand.
No, nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Same. I like tried to be a girl who read classics like in college, and it never worked out. And I always got bored and ended up DNFing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I spent a year just reading The Picture of Dorian Gray.
Oh my
Oh, I
god.
did read
120
that
pages.
That one's good.
Okay, like
I like the
story
second
itself was
half.
good. The writing took me forever to get into though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Like I think the only like classic that I really enjoyed was Frankenstein.
I haven't read that one.
It's on my list. That and Dracula. Every October, I'm like, I'll read that. and
I'll
then
read
I
it.
don't.
I'll never read it.
There's like this I don't remember when it is. I want to say it's in May, but I don't think that's right. There's like this newsletter thing that goes out and like it sends out a different portion every single day throughout whatever month it is. and it tells you like the story of Dracula, but like I didn't know this. Dracula is told in like different excerpts of stuff, and so it sends you like the excerpt that corresponds with the day. I've like considered trying to read it that way because it's like kind of more broken up and it's more like almost like a newsletter, which is very interesting. I mean, whoever came up with that idea is like that's super clever.
That seems cool.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably a better way to read it, honestly. Because I just read it straight and I was like, I don't know if I like this.
Yeah, Jan just finished reading it and she gave it 5 stars. And I was like, I don't know why. That's just so surprising. I just can't picture people giving Dracula 5 stars unless they're like very highbrow literature readers.
Yeah, I like the first half of it, but like Dracula's not in Dracula, really. He's like not featured at all.
I was gonna say, isn't it like more about like the guy who's hunting him or something?
Yeah, Jonathan something, but he was so annoying. Oh my god. I was like, what a wimp.
Yeah, I remember watching one of like the classic Dracula movies, and I was like, this is not as like vampire-y as you would think. I don't remember which one it was, but also I like to challenge myself and also just nerd life. Dude, I mean that's definitely would be a challenge for me. So respect, honestly.
Bex likes to like research. So when she reads her books, she's like researching, like, oh, what does this word mean? Oh, this is what he's referring to. Because we buddy read Babel together, and I like couldn't do it. It felt like a lecture to me. But she enjoyed it so much. She was like Googling what like different words meant, and I was like, nah. I skimmed over all that stuff.
Yeah, that's like I've heard like so many good things about that, but I don't know, just like anytime people try and describe the magic system, I'm like, that makes no sense to me, and I just feel like I'd immediately get lost.
I felt bad when I read it because I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to like review this. And like people really like that book, and I was like, I just
dang,
I have to tiptoe.
That's such a fun response to I have to review this.
Yeah, I was like, whenever I read popular books, I'm like, oh no.
I feel the same way. I understand that.
Yeah, that's definitely fair. That was me whenever I like reviewed '6 of Crows. I was just like, please don't hate me. I'm sorry. I didn't like it. I'm so sorry.
Mood, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I read Daisy Jones and the Six, and I did not like it. And I was like, oh no.
It's fun. I like that. I read it the first time as an arc physically and didn't like it. And I feel like 100% it only works as an audiobook. And I'm like, that sucks. That's not a good.
So I listened to the audiobook, but I feel like because I am a musician, I play music a lot. So whenever I read books about music, I like criticize it so much. I'm like, that's not how things work.
Yeah, I definitely get that.
So when I was reading it, I was like, okay.
Sure.
That's fair. Yeah, that's I tried to read, I don't read many books that have finance on them, but I remember one time I tried to read what's it called? It was the book that like the Limitless movie was based on, and there's this portion where it like does this deep dive of how he gets super rich by doing like day trading. And I'm like sitting there reading it and I'm like, I bet someone out there read this and was like, oh my god, I can get rich overnight by doing this. And it's like, that is not how that works, man.
Wait, the blueprint is right here?
Yeah. When I was reading it, it was just like, first off, this is very unrealistic. But yeah, that was like the one book I've ever read where it was like something in my day job related to, and I ended up DNFing it too because I was like, I get enough of this during the day. I don't want to read this for like fun.
Yeah. Because I feel like there's so many books out there about music that I'm like, oh, I feel like I would like it, but I'm like, I probably won't.
Because the authors don't know anything about the music industry.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it hurts my soul.
Yeah, that's like something I love in fanfics. Whenever somebody does a like alternate universe with like some music based thing or something different, and they always in like notes are always like, I don't know anything about this. All knowledge was found through Googling. Respect, honestly. At least you know.
Right.
Oh man. Okay, so it's 9:40 and I am an old lady and tired, and I'm sure Michelle also probably needs to go so she can finish her book and go to bed. So, well, thank you guys for joining, and
Thanks
thank
for
you to
having
everybody
me.
in the chat.
Yes, thanks for having us.
It was
Like
nice
I s-
meeting you guys.
Yeah.
This is my first live reading sprint, so
Yay!
learning experience.
I hope you had fun then.
I did.
But yes, like I said before, everybody is linked in the description. Go follow everyone. Does anyone have anything they want to plug?
Nah,
Be
man.
shameless.
No. I have no projects coming out anytime soon. I have so much to read.
I have videos out every week, usually on Fridays.
I usually post 3 times a week, so
3 times a week, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
Sam, I
lot.
don't know how you post so often.
My work schedule allows me like Wednesdays off, Saturdays off, so it's just like batch film and edit those 2 days,
Mm-hmm.
and so I can just have things go up.
That's fair.
It's
That's
been
pretty nice.
so hard for me to like stick to my regular postings ever since we moved. I feel like I'm still so out of it. Like everything is where it's supposed to be, but I'm exhausted. I'm like, I can't talk to the camera.
That's how I've been for the last 4 months for tax season. I'm like, I just need to hermit for a little while
Yeah.
and not be a part of the world.
That's right. You're a bookkeeper.
I am.
fucking feel you. Oh my god. I had a person call us on Friday asking us to do this last minute request with like moving around money, and I was like, you realize this has to be done on Tuesday, and I have to get 3 different people to approve this before that. And it was just like,
Yep.
yep. Tax season's so fun.
So
Anyways, we were saying goodbye. So, yeah. Bye to everybody in the chat. Hope you had fun. Everybody got lots of reading done. See you later.
Bye.